Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. So I'm going to say fight or flight first because when I went to close out with Katie, I couldn't say it. My brain stopped working and I was like fight or flight. And I like listed three. Um, but with fight or flight, I do love the changes you get to go through as a character. Not to spoil
Yeah.
anything, but I like that you get to not only be kind of the damsel, but you also get to be in it on the action, and there's a lot of layers to her. For you, is it exciting to kind of see a character that has all those layers and has the option to not just be the damsel?
For sure. And I think, like from the outside, just physically, I think like society would deem Isha as a damsel, a brown woman who's very short, very small. And I love that this character gets to use that to her advantage. She like actively uses the fact that people will think that she's delicate and fragile to, I guess, like slip through the cracks. And any actor like wants a character where you get to flex the dramatic muscles, the comedy, the action. And I feel so lucky to have played this part.
Yeah, as a fellow short girl, I love because people are scrappy. We'll like think of ways that
hundred
to get out of
percent.
situations because we're little and we're like, well, we have to figure this out.
Exactly. I think that we're more aware of our mortality and our vulnerability, which makes us, I think, like tougher. And as you said, scrappy. Like I back myself in a fight. Look, she may look like a princess on the outside, but she can fight. I promise you.
Yeah, listen, I don't climb on counters to get cups for nothing. Like I know how to
Balancing on like one leg of a
yeah,
chair. Yeah,
I can do it. When I also
yeah.
love too, I love when there's a height difference in something, and when you have 6'3" Josh Hartnett in a movie, you're always going to be looking at is it fun to, and you're also like Johnny Bailey was not a short man. Like you're always in scenes with these taller guys.
With Paul, the most handsome, as you said, Johnny, Josh, like the most handsome tall guys. And I'm like, hi, Adonis. What is it like descending from heaven?
What do I look like from up there? But you get to have the reverse thing of him, where I was like, how are you fighting on this plane? Planes aren't meant for tall people. You get to exist on a plane, which is great for short people because we have the best times. Is
That's
it
true.
fun to kind of use your height when you're on a plane and like trying to run around and get it through these fight scenes to your advantage
For
because you can
sure.
move easy?
Yeah, and then when you go in the galley, like it is obviously a shorter space. And I think I was like, oh, I feel so comfortable. And Josh was like, yeah, you do. You do you?
His neck like this. For
Yeah.
last thing, I do love that Isha, like, despite everything that she does, her heart is in the right place and she's doing it for the right reasons.
Mm.
Is that important for you going into this with a character who like is painted a certain way that like later in the movie we're all gonna kind of be on her side because her heart is where it should be?
Mm. Well, I think that as actors, like you want to root for your character. And if Isha had been like a all in out villain, that would have also been really fun as a performer, and you would have found a way to root for her and justify her decisions. But I think it's like a really fascinating, I guess, like philosophical argument of like, do the ends justify the means? Does something that is like seen as wrong, but if it's done to bad people and it's for the good, like it is really morally complex. And I think we live in a world where we unfortunately deem things black and white when most of it's gray. And I would love the audiences to like think about Isha's morality and her decision making. But yes, ultimately her heart is in the right place. But I think people will disagree on whether that makes her actions correct or not.
We support women's rights and wrongs, so it's fine.
Exactly.
I loved it.
I
Um,
love her.
I love her. I love this movie. I was squirming in my seat the entire time when I was watching. So thank you so much for talking with me, and I can't wait for everyone else to get to see it.
Thank you so much, my love. Have a lovely day.
You as well. Have a great one.